Hi, my loves. Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If I've been wondering how this beautiful Vekee James sleeve was made, do not worry anymore because I made it for a client and I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I made this from start to finish. You can see what I made for my client, looking all nice and clean. And here is the material I'll be working with. I have a doll face bridal satin for my lining and a mikado for my actual fabric. Okay. So I'm going to be drafting out the pattern on the paper. Before you're able to achieve this sleeve, you have to draft it on a paper. So here are the measurements I'll be working with. I have my arm's eye measurement to be 18 inches. You all know that our sleeve is divided by 2. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. I'm going to be making use of bicep circumference of 15 inches. Now, this 15 inches divided by 2 is 7.5 inches. Okay, and I'm going to be working with elbow circumference of 12 inches. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And then the length of this sleeve, I want it slightly above the elbow, as you can see on the screen. Okay, the one that she was wearing is slightly above the elbow, so I'm working with 12 inches. All right. Now, before you are able to draft out the sleeve, from the upper part of your paper, go ahead and mark down at least 1 inch. Okay, that will be the head of your starting point. And then after that, next thing you would want to do is to measure out your length. Okay, already you know the length of the sleeve I'm working with is 12 inches. So I'm trying to mark it out from the baseline. Now, after marking it out, go ahead and connect it into a horizontal line just like this. So before we continue, let me label it so that I don't get you confused. I have the elbow line. Remember, the upper line is the baseline, which is the top part of the sleeve or the crown of the sleeve. Now, after this, the next step you're going to take is to mark in from the center of your paper 4 inches. It depends on the size of the sleeve that you're working on or how curviness you want that part of the sleeve. Okay, and then you go ahead and connect this into a vertical line. Now this point becomes the center of the sleeve. I hope you understand me. Okay, so you're going to forget about the 4 inches that you just marked out. That part becomes the center. Now after this, you're going to mark out the cap height, and you know how we calculate the cap height is our bust circumference divided by 12 plus 1 inch. So I've calculated mine, and from the top of my paper, that is the baseline, I marked down 3.75 inches. Now on this cap height line, I'm going to mark out the cap width. Now to calculate your cap width, go ahead and do your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1 inch. Okay, so I've marked it out, and now I'm using my ruler to connect it to the crown of my sleeve, which is the baseline. I hope you understand. Now, having done this, the next step you're going to take is to divide this line into 2, just like this. Okay, so I'm going to divide it into 2, mark out the middle, and then after that you're going to raise it up by half an inch. You all know how we draft out our basic sleeve. That is exactly what I'm doing right here. Okay, so I'm going to use my curve ruler to connect to the crown of the sleeve, and then I will turn my curve ruler again and connect it back to the cap height line. Okay, now I'm using my free hand to slightly blend it because I feel like I did not connect it properly. If you know how you connect that part of your sleeve, go ahead and do that. And after that, you're going to use your tape to measure. Okay, now I'm going to measure and ensure I have my 9 inches. Remember, the arm's eye, round armhole, like the round armhole is 9, which is 18 divided by 2, 9. So I have 9 inches, and you can see I added extra. I extended the line so I'll be able to have my seam allowance, right? Now after that, go down to the elbow line, and you're going to divide your elbow circumference by 2, which we have already done. You can see the measurements I'm using on the paper. So I have 6 inches, and I added extra 1 inch for my sewing allowance, and then I connected the line together, which is the points together. Okay, so I have my basic sleeve, and the next step you're going to take right now is from this part of my sleeve, I'm going to go up by 3 inches. If you take a look at the sleeve, you will notice that there is like an opening around the center of the sleeve. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to get. And after that, the remaining parts, I'm going to divide it into two, and then I will go ahead and shape it out just like this. Okay, if you take a look at the sleeve, you will clearly understand what I am doing. Now, this shape that I'm creating, I'm not okay with it. I'm going to still reshape it. Okay, you know that this type of sleeve, you have to be careful, carefully shape it out properly so that it can actually give what you wanted. Okay, now you see these points that I marked out. That is not where I am supposed to do that from. I cleaned it up, so you're going to do that from the center line. Okay, so I went in by half an inch. You can do 0.75. It depends on how open you want that area. Okay, so I made use of half an inch and connected it to the 3 inches mark. Now, after that, you see, I went back to reshape my curve because I feel like I don't like the shape I have right there. But you know, we can never get it right as the initial inspiration. Simply because you are not the one that invented the sleeve. Even if you are the one that invented the sleeve, no two styles can ever come out the same way. So that is what we are trying to do here. Just make sure that you at least get the same look as the sleeve, and that is it. Now, if you notice on that sleeve again, the inner part of the sleeve has like a curve around that area, maybe because they wanted that area to be free, and that is what I'm trying to do. So from the down part, which is the elbow, I still went up by 3 inches and curved it. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? So I'm just using my pencil to shape it properly. So having done this, the next step we are going to take right now is to add up our half an inch sewing allowance around the center of the sleeve. Can you see what I'm doing? So just go ahead and add up your half an inch. With my free hand, I can actually add my half an inch, but if you cannot eyeball it, go ahead and use your tip. Okay, start inputting half inch around the curve part of the sleeve. Can you see what I'm doing? And extend it to the armhole area. Can you see? Just make sure that you add your half an inch sewing allowance. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and blend it up with my side seam sewing allowance, and then I'll go ahead and cut out my pattern. Please make sure that you're careful when cutting this out because you know that you're working with curves. Okay, so as you can see, I'm carefully cutting out mine. Once you are done, go ahead and prep your fabric. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make just one part of the sleeve for the sake of tutorial. Okay, so the material I'm working with is just for one part of the sleeve, but remember, if you want to sew it for your customer, you're going to create two parts of the sleeve, right? Yeah. Okay, so here is my pattern. I'll go ahead and bring in my fabric. Okay, then I'll prep it. Prepping your fabric is just adding your interface to it, your hairstay, your paper gum, depending on how strong you want the sleeve to look, because you want it structured, because you're going to still like bead it if you want it to look like the Vekee James style, right? Because she beaded hers. It was actually a plain sleeve, and then you bead on top. So now I'm trying to give my fabric a good press, and then after that I'll place in my pattern on top and then cut it out. All right, you can see I folded my fabric into two because this is for my lining and the actual material of the sleeve. Remember, I'm using a doll face satin for the lining, and then for the actual sleeve I'm making use of a mikado. You can work with any choice of fabric. Okay, just make sure that you interface it, but you cannot work with, for this type of sleeve, you cannot work with a light fabric. Okay, so I'm trying to cut it out right now. Remember to pin it down, and you don't want this to move while cutting it out. So I've pinned down my fabric and the paper together, and you can see I'm trying to cut out both the material for the actual fabric and the lining together. Okay, so for the damp parts I added half an inch extra. All right, because you are going to sew it, turn it with lining around that damp part so that it will still remain the 12 inches, which is the length of the sleeve. I hope you understand. Now, after that, I went ahead to add at least half an inch extra to the side seam. This is my choice, okay? You can leave yours to be just 1 inch because I want to have exactly 1 inch as my sewing allowance in case of any adjustments. That's why I added another half an inch around that part. Now you can see this part I'm notching. This is the down part of my sleeve, and that is where the side seam sewing is going to stop. Now this upper part I'm notching is where I'm going to start my sewing for the center of the sleeve, and then I'm going to notch the down parts as well, and that is where my sewing is going to end for the curvy part of the sleeve. Okay, I don't know if you understand me, but when I'm sewing it, you're going to get it. So you can see I've removed my paper, and here is my sleeve pieces. So one is for the lining and the other one is for the actual fabric. Now remember that in pairs, okay? So now you see these parts, that is where my sewing is going to stop, okay? Remember that that part is the down part of my sleeve. So I'm going to go ahead and use my pin to hold the two sleeve down. I don't know, you don't remember that this sleeve comes in pair, right? So I have two pieces right here, like the one I'm trying to chalk right now. I have two pieces right there. So you have to hold it down so that they won't shift from each other, because when you are sewing it, you want to get the sewing right. Okay. So you can see I'm going to start my sewing and end it where the chalk ends. I'm going to repeat the same thing for the actual sleeve. Can you see? Just go ahead and make your markings and then go ahead and stitch. Okay? So remember that my mark is just half an inch. So I'm going to follow that line and stitch on it. So you guys, you can see I have stitched it. I intentionally use a constructing color, which is in black. I use the black color to sew it so that you can see it clearly. So now that I'm done sewing, I'm going to place my notches. So you can see I'm trying to notch around the curvy area. Please notch it well, but do not ensure that your notch did not go into the stitch. Okay, so I am done notching one. I'm going to also notch the other one. Okay, now after that, you can see I'm going to open it and then I'm going to turn it properly. Can you see? So this is what the sleeve looks like if you're not making use of lining. Can you see? This is what the sleeve looks like. But now you know that you are working with lining, so you're going to turn it with your lining. I'm trying to give you a good press. Okay, so make sure you iron it properly, iron your actual sleeve properly, and the lining also iron it properly. Now that I'm done ironing it, now please take a look at the next step I'm going to take. Now you're going to make sure that the actual fabric matches up with the lining. Okay, and now we're going to sew the opening part of the sleeve, which is the down part of the sleeve. Okay, so I'm going to align it properly with each other, make sure they matches each other well, and then I'm going to stitch. You can see the direction of my hands. That is how I'm going to sew it. So I'll move over to my sewing machine and stitch it, and then come back to show you guys what I have. So I am done stitching it. You can see this is how I stitched that, and I made sure that I stitched this using the half an inch seam allowance that I added. Okay, so having done that, you want to go ahead and give it a notch. All right, not everything I will show you on camera. Please give it a notch and then turn it inside out. So this time around, your lining has to be inside. Okay, so you can see I'm trying to turn it properly, and then please give it a good press. All right, so after turning it, this is what it looks like. Can you see? And then next step, I'm going to turn it around like this so that the inner parts will be outside. Okay. And then you know how we fix our sleeve, the inner part will be outside, which is the wrong parts, and the one that is the actual fabric will be in, and then you go ahead and stitch up your side seam. Okay, remember I left 1 inch, but as soon as I'm getting towards the down part, I'm going to slant my hand. Can you see? So that is to say that I'm going to use 1 inch at the upper part, and when I'm getting towards the down part, I'm going to reduce it to at least half an inch. So I am done sewing it, and you guys, this is what my sleeve looks like. This is the down part of the sleeve, and here is where I'll be sewing into the armhole of my dress. So guys, you can see that this sleeve making is quite very simple. Give it a good press. If you want to bead it, you go ahead and bead your sleeve, and you have a proper Vekee James kind of sleeve. Okay, so guys, I hope you find this tutorial helpful. If you do, give it a thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Share it so that more people can actually get to see this tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.